Hello everybody. Welcome to Scary Sundays Archives, where I basically shorten a 60-minute presentation into a 15-minute YouTube video to try and fill you full of as much knowledge as possible. So let's go ahead and get to it. Today I'm going to be talking about astral projection. This was one of my most recognized Scary Sunday episodes. It probably got the most email response, questions, and things like that. So it's one that I really wanted to cover. So my first question is, have you ever finished someone's sentence or shared a similar thought or maybe experienced deja vu? Have you ever had a dream where you were hurt, but then of course you realized you woke up, you weren't really hurt because you always survive, don't you? You can denounce any of these experiences through science, and they may not stand by them at all times. However, why not consider the astral dimension of the spirit world? So, astral projection. My first question is, how do you define AP, or astral projection? Well, AP can also be known as astral travel, and it's basically an interpretation of any form of out-of-body experience that assumes the existence of an astral body. That's what makes it unique. It separates the physical body literally from your spiritual, and it allows you to travel outside the physical realm. Parallel to religious beliefs all throughout history, as referred to the soul's descent into the afterlife. Basically, every religion claims that your soul moves on after death into the spirit world or into the heavens, and that would basically be astral travel or astral projection. It's literally a way to describe parts of that journey and the where and how form of the experience. So, we'll all at least do it once, right? Some religions or beliefs associate astral projection with a practice that is part of your spiritual belief or your daily routine as you try to reach the spiritual realm by dreaming, meditation, prayer, or any way that gets you as close as possible to your maker or to your God. What's interesting is that 8 to 50% of the population state they have said to experience astral projection at one point in their life or another. And whether you consider it religious or spiritual or nothing, those who state that they have achieved this do it frequently and with no doubt are changed forever after an experience of astral projection. Those who say that they are experts in astral projection state that the information that you get while you're on a journey of AP is called the universal mind, or the superconscious, neither which is bound by space and time restriction, so it allows you to see vacation spots you'd long to go to, or visit loved ones across the country. It also allows you to go back in time, as well as into the future, and visit past loved ones who have deceased, or to visit future opportunities and see how they go out. Astral projection is said to be a great form of meditation. It brings forth a lot of resolution and conclusion to things in therapy. And for those who do it frequently, they get a lot of spiritual awakening from it. So I'm going to cover the astral body really quickly and some of the common philosophies and religions of our time. As far as Western philosophy goes, which is Renaissance, medieval, classical, they state that the astral body is an intermediate body of light, linking the rational soul to your physical body. The astral plane is an intermediate world of light between heaven and earth, composed of spheres of planets and stars. Those of you who have ever seen those old maps of the Renaissance times where it shows the heaven and hell and all the different constellations in between. It's very similar to that, and they try and describe the astral plane as stopping points illustrated between these nesting spheres. It's pretty fantastic. The Egyptian era presents the soul as having the ability to hover outside the physical body in the Ka, or the subtle body. And India, as far as Hindu scriptures and modern Indian beliefs, they incorporate astral travel as a product of meditation and a way to communicate to the spirit world quite frequently. The Bible, Catholic or Christian, the subtle body or physical body are said to be connected by the silver cord, as illustrated in a near-death experience, and I do cover that in my near-death experience webisode as well. But the biblical book of Ecclesiastes is often cited in this respect as, quote, "Before the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be shattered at the fountain, or the wheel be broken at the cistern, thy body descends." and it talks about the silver cord that people experience when they leave their body. In China or Asian cultures, alchemical practice involves creation of energy body by breathing meditations, drawing energy into a pearl that is then circulated through the body, more commonly achieved in lucid dreaming and in sleep than in meditation or prayer. But the truth is, and what we all want to know as researchers, is can science validate astral projection? Well, the physical body does the following during an AP session. You reach your lowest body temperature possible, your brain waves are in a slow theta, and you begin to breathe slowly, your heart rate lowers, and you have low brain electricity. Modern science currently would say that astral projection, right now at present, simply because it rivals the laws of physics as we know, is imagination, dreams, or hallucination. But to those who understand astral projection and incorporate it into their spiritual beliefs, know otherwise. Something interesting is that even though science would say your astral projection is a hallucination, in 1970 the United States CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, felt it necessary to launch a remote viewing program. Remote viewing can be associated with astral projection because it's literally using the conscious and unconscious mind to see things out of where the physical body can reach. This program is called SCANET, standing for Scan by Coordinate, and became PSI Tech in 1989. It moved to a private sector, but does continue to be run by military members and is used quite frequently in the Department of Defense. In November of 1991, the Associated Press reported PSI Tech was engaged by the UN to help find possible biological warfare and weapons in Iraq. And anybody who's got a knowledge of the KGB and other large government politics understands that out-of-body experience, astral projection, it can all be used in a way for defense and warfare, and it's something that our government finds quite interesting. So, if you are interested in finding out more about it, remember TASTE. Alright, the Archives of Scientists' Transcendent Experience, where scientists can report personal out-of-body experience, or PSI experiences, in an environment conducive to furthering understanding of the human mind. So, everyone always asks, how in the heck do you astral project? And the reason that I brought up this webisode in the first place was because of the launch of Christopher Nelson's The Inception, which movie is, you know, a box office hit. And some of the things in that movie, as I was watching it, being a hypnotherapist, there's some pretty interesting things that the movie illustrates, and some things that are also illustrated in astral projection. So, how do you astral project? Well, first you want to reduce your magnetic hold, or mimic sleep state, and enter into a deep theta, relaxing your lower body temperature, opening all of your chakras, lowering your heart rate, and increasing your brain level and vibrations. Okay? Basically is mimicking that moment right before you drift off into dream states. Determine if you're light or heavy sleeper first. You may need aids like tea or a dream mask or a guided meditation to help you. If you're a light sleeper, you might go right into sleep during relaxation. If you're a heavy sleeper, you may find it very difficult and a long process. Via meditation or mastering the mimicking of sleep, learn to separate into the astral and recognize the vibrations of your body. Your body is asleep and your mind is awake, and you separate via a very shake or vibration. It's something that a lot of people who do astral projection talk openly about, is the shake, which you see illustrated in Inception. Whenever you are going to sleep, I'm sure everybody has had this moment, right? You ready? And you do that, and you jerk yourself back awake. Well, you're having a shake. It's a vibration of your body's energy, and right before you go into sleep, there's a separation of your consciousness, where your body goes into a sleep state, and either your mind goes with it or it does not. Now, in astral projection, people learn how to master the shake to allow their bodies to go into sleep and mimic the sleep state, but remain conscious, where you can make choices and decisions and alter your astral travel journey. Some people do it by visualization, other people do it just by repetition and practice. When you experience that shake, make sure that you don't fall all the way asleep or that you shake your body back awake. You let it happen, and you consciously and cognitively think, I'm falling asleep, my body's going to sleep, and I see myself crawling out of my body. You can do it by way of a rope or seeing yourself descend. But getting past the shake is the hardest part for people. Now, in Inception, they talk about this shake as helping them get into different levels of consciousness by way of an explosion. It's actually pretty fascinating if you watch the movie, or next time you see it, pay attention. Saturate your subconscious with this topic right now by you watching this webisode, this archive. You are already saturating your subconscious mind. You're letting your body know that you're interested in the topic of astral projection, and you can manifest it and vocalize. Let your body know that you're interested in doing it. Read as much about it as you can, and eventually you will find it easier to accomplish. And lastly, it does take years of practice. If you don't get it right away, or even after months of meditation, you would be quite normal. For that 8 to 50% of people who said that they astral project, it takes them years to master. So, theories and criticisms of astral projection. Does everyone do this every night and just not remember? Or is this a mastered ability that takes years to grab hold of the reins? That's something that a lot of psychologists banter about, and a lot of spiritual practitioners of astral projection. Some believe it that all of us astral project every night, and that our dreams are literally a state of astral projection. I, however, don't necessarily agree with that because not all of us have control of our dreams. And astral projection is the conscious awareness of knowing that you're separate from your physical body and having the ability to control those processes. So, what astral projection is not? It's something that people get confused quite frequently. So the way I use it as an analogy, because I'm a drug treatment counselor, is I think of it as the word drug or out-of-body experience. Now you have cocaine and you have cigarettes. Now they're both a drug. They both might affect the body in similar ways. They both can be addictive and have addictive triggers and patterns. But ultimately they are very different. So you figure you have out-of-body experience, which is a generalized term to describe literally an out-of-body experience. It's a very broad term of leaving the physical body. Now, you have lucid dreaming, which is out-of-body, but it's separate. You have remote viewing, which is done while you're awake to gather information. It's actually very easy to do and can take days to achieve. But remote viewing is an out-of-body experience, but it's remote viewing, it's specific. Then you have dreaming, which is your conscious mind has no control. Your body is doing the REM cycle. It is an out-of-body experience per se, but again, it has certain specifics. Astral projection is an out-of-body experience, but astral projection is very unique because you control the experience. So, people in the limelight who state that they astral project quite frequently. One that's most common, actually, is Marilyn Manson. He said that he does it to gather the creativity for almost all of his albums. So what does it feel like when you're astral projecting? Marilyn Manson says, well, it's not quite dreaming. You are lucid, and you feel the lift from your physical body, but you can still move around and feel your limbs. My dog is, like, panting. I swear it's not me. So anyway, here we are in the last few minutes, guys. Be sure that you send your frequently asked questions to me. This is, again, an archive of astral projection. Normally, this is a 60-minute segment that's a live chat online, both done through Blog Talk Radio, Afraid TV, Live Paranormal, and Ustream. We have thousands of viewers, people that interact on the chat. You can debate and get to see me flub up in person on camera. It's great. So visit liveparanormal.com every Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time for Scary Sundays with Paranormal Sarah, as we cover numerous topics within the parapsychology realm and PSI research. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have a very good week, and I hope that you'll be learning a little bit more about astral projection now that we've planted that seed. Bye, guys.
Only a strange feeling, leaving without moving. I'm trying another world, and the sky's